So more than likely, you guys probably heard by now, there will be a rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. come November or December of this year. Eddie Hearn confirmed um, with Anthony Joshua, with his trainer Rob McCracken, that they exercise the rematch clause, and it will take place November or December this year, maybe in London, with the site to be determined. So, you know, that's something I already knew. Most people already knew that was coming. Rematch was going to be done immediately. I see a lot of people, reading some comments on YouTube and stuff like that. People are saying, "Oh, it's too early to do a rematch. This, that, and the third, and he needs more time, stuff like that." I kind of disagree with that. You got people like Mayweather who, even though he never lost, he had controversial wins, and some people say he lost to Castillo the first fight. Some people say he lost to Madonna the first fight. And guess what? He did an immediate rematch. You know, he didn't do a couple fights in between the rematches. He did an immediate rematch and wanted to leave that particular doubt of a questionable win to a decisive win. And so with Anthony Joshua, I think he wants to just basically say, hey, the first fight was my mistake. I'm not making no excuses. I want to get my titles back, and I want to do it in devastating, dominant fashion. So I think that's what's on his mind within the next 6 months. That's what he wants to do and prove. People will say, there's a lot of pressure on Anthony Joshua to reclaim his titles. I would say that there's just as much pressure for Anthony Joshua to retain his titles or get them back. It's just as much pressure for Anthony Joshua as is with Andy Ruiz Jr. Because Andy Ruiz Jr. is now an overnight success. Okay? So now he has to get used to doing, all these interviews, appearances. He has a sponsorship with Snickers. He's doing all of these appearances, and this is all new to him, the limelight. So him handling all of this pressure, I mean, his Instagram followers are now almost up to 1 million. Before it was at 200 something thousand. Now it's almost at 1 million followers on Instagram. So can he handle the success and the limelight, within the next 6 months? It's up to him. So that's a lot of pressure that he has to, sustain, because that's all new. So I think both of these guys have there's huge risks for both of these guys to fight each other in terms of the pressure and what they have to do. I think in terms of who has the edge in the fight, you could probably give it to a slight edge to Joshua, because there are some things that he can definitely tweak in terms of using his size and his reach to make sure he keeps Ruiz at bay. But I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas decides to give Ruiz the edge in the rematch. But you never know. But this is boxing, and one punch can change everything. But we'll see what happens in the meantime. But like I said, Joshua is not making any excuses at all. He says that all of these rumors that are coming out about him having a panic attack, about him having a concussion prior to the fight, stuff like that, they're not coming from him. They're coming from his camp or people within his circle, but not coming directly from him, because he's completely denying it. Eddie Hearn's denying it, about the panic attacks, about the injuries leading up to the fight. He's denying it and just basically saying, "Hey, it's my fault. I need to regroup and bounce back." And he's an admirable guy for doing that, for saying that. You know what I'm saying? And he takes it. He takes as much criticism, owns it, and wants to correct the mistake that he made when he fought Ruiz on come Saturday night. And I have to admit, somebody who got knocked down 4 times and got back up 4 times, I don't necessarily call that a quitter. I just say that he did look different in that fight. He was, definitely different, a different Anthony Joshua. So we'll see what happens in the next fight. come November and December, family. Those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, Chauncey signing out.